I auditioned for Seuss because the guy who started CYT in Rockford, Terry Miller, I went to church with him and he was like, oh, there's a bunch of people trying out for this musical, like you should do it. And I was super shy, so I was like, oh, I don't think I'll do it. And I remember the day before auditions, I was so nervous and crying. I was like telling my mom I can't do it.
My mom had noticed that me and my sister were getting interested in theater, so she was just kind of looking out for other opportunities. And this other new theater group came to Rockford, and they were doing Seussical the Musical.
I did a CYT Spotlight summer camp the summer before, and one of the counselors there asked me where I was from, and I told them that I was from the Rockford area, and he told me that they were going to be starting a branch of CYT up in Rockford, and that I should audition for their show.
I didn't want to do it because I was a super shy little kid who didn't ever want to do anything. I couldn't even go up to order my food at a restaurant. I would send my little brother to do it, and I'd hide behind my mom every time someone tried to talk to me.
10 years ago, I had done a summer camp at the New American Theater, and they had closed down due to financial problems. So my parents were desperately searching for a new theater group, and that was when Spotlight, back then CYT, had just come out with their new summer camp.
I was cast as Horton the Elephant, and it was probably one of the first roles I ever played that was such a heartfelt and genuine character.
I ended up getting a Who. It was really fun.
I got a Who. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know the show at all.
I was one of the Wickersham brothers, and it was a lot of fun in the show because we were all sort of learning together.
It was kind of the first time I realized that I liked being on stage, because that was my first experience with it.
I never thought 10 years ago that I would be on this side of the table and that I would be the one giving advice to the students, but it's super rewarding.
Look at me 10 years later, I'm still directing and teaching and working with this same company and some of the same kids that were in that show with me 10 years ago.
It's probably the reason that I still do theater today. My career choice would have been very different had I not started with this company and had I not continued doing theater up until I went to college. I probably would have gone in a completely different avenue.
I get to play the sassiest mother I've ever played. The Sour Kangaroo is the queen of the jungle, and she has just this special love for her kid and her friends, and everything she does isn't necessarily with malintent. It's more for protection. I play the role of Gertrude, and she's very quirky and awkward, and all she wants to do is kind of have friends and fit in.
This cast is amazing. They blow me away at every rehearsal with what they can do.
It's more of a family because you're with each other for such a long period of time practicing, and it's something magical when you practice for so long and then put everything together and then you perform together. It's something really different, and I hope that everyone that wants to gets a chance to do it.
I think what's so special about Seussical is that it teaches us so many lessons, which is what Dr. Seuss was trying to do with his books, and it does it in a fun way. It does it with catchy songs, it does it with bright lights and just crazy characters, but there's some real heartfelt messages and themes that are explored in the show.
This show is so fun, and all the characters are unique and different, so when you're in it you don't have to be just normal. You can actually get out of your comfort zone.
I think it's just such a great opportunity to look at so many different characters that a lot of us read about growing up. We would read Dr. Seuss books, and just seeing those characters come to life and the absolute fun of you can watch every single person on that stage enjoying the show so much because of the energy just the show itself brings.
On Seussical, it's such a special show because each song tells its own story, and it's a mass of stories to create one central plot to prove the point of no matter who you are, you matter and you're important and you have something to give. And that has been a moral code for my life.
Seussical's not just a fun show. It's so much more than that.